The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tyler Boyd, 78 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw in that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
Let's go. Set up. 70, Indy. Shit. Go on. Ready?
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 24-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, let's get this. Undercrush. Alert flare. Look, squeeze. He's tracking. Let's go.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Ready. 8, read.
Watch the curl. Switch. Check nickel.
Pilot, 64, weak. Go.
I got motion, man. Me. I got this.
Hey, Charlie.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go. 60 outlaw. Hey, team 6.
Mike's 50.
Speed grip.
On 3rd and 2, Newell. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. That's good for 28 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Watch out.
On first down, Hooks. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, check my 50.
Look at me. Zipper.
50. Not here. Shoot.
Leo.
Check 13.
2nd and 6. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 21. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, saying, hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you're the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
They'll run on first down. Hooks. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. 3 down, 3 down. Slam.
General West. Now.
Back to throw. Newell. He gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Get it.
Off play action. Newell. Open man there is Malone. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked.
Yeah, he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs, so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. These two teams all tied after 1.
With the score tied 7-7.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
They'll drop the throw. Green brings it in. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
Ready. 8, read. Check. Watch it before. I got it. Ready.
On first down, they drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
First down, Cincinnati.
Here we go. 15 lining.
Back to throw now on first down. And he's going to have the hook up to Ross. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Throw left side complete. That's Hodges. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. T.J. Watt. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. All right, ready, go. Hey, let's get there. Hey, one set, run.
He'll look to throw. He'll let this go end zone for Green. And it'll be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Watch twins.
On first down, Hooks. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Come on, fellas.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Mueller. His throw incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, and that'll make it 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. That pass down the middle is front 4 and hold in. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Go, Mike 50, Mike 50. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Whip.
X3, 218, chopper. Speed driven.
From the gun, Newell. Flushed out right. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Second and 4. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Operating from the gun, Newell. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 19. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you at important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Watch the shit! Topper! Topper! Hey, Delta!
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Hey, Haywood! Now.
To throw again, Newell. And this is going to be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot downfield. Nope. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Watch the slap! Watch the slap!
They'll throw now on the final play. Airing one out for Boyd. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we're at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter three.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up to give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Look at this, dude.
They'll keep it on the ground. Hooks. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
On third down, hooks, and he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Bengals drive about to get going. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you...
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Devin Bush able to record his 5th sack of the season. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Open man is Ross, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
1st down, Bengals.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. 70 in. Here we go, here we go.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. Now they were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Looking to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll look to throw here. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hodges. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They'll set up a throw. He's got Green. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. It's a gain of 35.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
It's a quarterback sneak. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. It's their quarterback with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Bengals have taken the lead. A good hold of these right right conditions. The point after is up and good, and that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
And how about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that.
Check 26, check 26. Deuce, 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 deuce.
Fair.
Big Ed.
Hey, wahoo! Ready?
Looking to throw on second down. Newell into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Brings up second and goal.
To throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Well, now they'll try the end around. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. John Ross, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Come on, let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Hey, switch gears.
Roll out.
Check it backer.
Speed grip.
Throwing again. Newell. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Leo.
Switch.
Hey, Zoo.
Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Five.
From the gun, Moore. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. The ball comes out. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all. And now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Back to throw. Newell. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
Let's go.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
High 7.
It's just me and you.
Hit it.
To throw again. Newell. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Darquez Denard there defensively.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
Because you're right, they have had no room to breathe. And the Steelers on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Newell. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Stop your whining.
Go Mike 50, Mike 50. Get it.
On 4th down, Newell. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. The 30. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, touchdown number 15 of the year. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2.
Get off the field.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. looking to throw. Newell. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has, but in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
Yeah,
he needs better protection, that's for sure. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, but now it's third down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
50's the mic. 50's the mic.
Hey, lock it.
Throwing it on third and long. Newell, and unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Bravo.
10. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Rock it. Hey, exit.
50, Mike, 50. All day, baby, all day.
Be driven.
On fourth down, Newell, open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on fourth down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Bengals drive about to get going. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Finding Green complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
That's complete, right around the 8. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. Second goal.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line. He tried to break that plane but couldn't get there, and that's going to leave him now at third and goal. So they held him out on second down, and now here's third and goal. They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Yeah, score! Touchdown! Touchdown, baby, yeah!
So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2.
Go on. Check 24. There you go.
And they'll try a little razzle-dazzle. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Go. 5.
They'll run on first down. Hooks. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now.
Mike 50. Hey, me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
To throw on second down. Newell. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's going to let it fly. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. William Jackson with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 24-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. That one looks like he'll throw here. Got a man open, it's Ross. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
And the Bengals first down.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Check me out. Hey, watch that. Check Mike. Zoom, fellas. Let's go. 61. Matchbox. Mike 54. Mike 54. Ready.
They're going to look to throw. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 12-yard line.
And they just had another big completion there, and I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
The age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, getting the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week? And now here is another interception. Jonathan Abram picks it. There he goes left side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD. Marr now to have the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Pittsburgh.